Hey, you're watching Christian's Airbrush Essentials. So today I'm going to be showing you how to airbrush your eyeshadow using 3 colors. Your essentials for today are going to be an airbrush and compressor, water, tissue, washcloth, eye primer, your shadow shield, shades in dark brown, topaz, fawn brown, and your airbrush cleaning solution. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and pull your hair back. If you have bangs, you want to make sure to pin those back also. So I already completed my airbrush foundation and we're going to start on our eyeshadow now. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and grab your shadow shield, make sure it's in arm's reach. And the second thing you want to do is pick out 3 shade colors. The next thing you want to do is make sure you go ahead and shake up your airbrush makeup, making sure it's mixed really well. And then you're going to go ahead and add 1 drop to your airbrush gun. Now I only think that you need 1. If you feel like you need more, go for it. I really truly believe that you only need 1. Then you want to always test it out on a tissue. Grab your shadow shield and line it up to the corner of your eye and then start airbrushing. Now you want to make sure you use light strokes. Now the colors are very buildable and you're going to get a lot of color really fast. So you want to make sure you're really light on that lever, just spraying little by little and outlining the area that you're going to shade in. Now once you have that outline down, you want to make sure that each side is even. So if they're not, just go ahead and take a look at both sides and just correct it slightly. Now once you feel like they're nice and even, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and start shading. Now this is very important to stay light on the lever when you're shading because this base layer is going to be the layer that's kind of going to be the blended one going up. So that's going to be like your transition. Now you want that to be nice and blended. It's not like using a brush where you can put X amount of pigment on your lid and then blend it out later. You have to create that blended look. So you really, really, really want to take your time, and I'm going to keep stressing this through every shadow video that I make because it's really important to take your time. Now you just want to go ahead and spray out any excess makeup that's left in your gun, and we're going to move on to the next color. Now the next color we use is going to be a shade darker, and that color is going to be for your crease and the outer V. So you want to go ahead and shake up your makeup, and then you're going to add 1 drop. Again, you only need 1 drop for this step just because there's not much area you're going to cover in this part. So you want to test it out on a tissue. So now you want to grab your shadow shield. Now if you're not sure where to place it, you just want to go ahead and line it up with the area that we put the first color on and just move it down just a little bit because you just want to get some color underneath your eye, and that's going to connect the bottom to the outer corner. Now in this step you want to make sure that you're going back and forth doing a little bit at a time because you don't want to end up with one eye being darker than the other one. So you just want to keep that balance by going back and forth. Okay, and just remember when you're going back and forth to wipe your shadow shield. And then for this part, I like to just release the lever very lightly back and forth, only letting small amounts of color out at a time just so I can build on that in the corner because I really don't want to overspray. Because like I said before, when you overspray, it's not like with the brush, you can't blend it out after. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you are taking your time and you're pulling the lever back very lightly. If you pay attention to my hand, you can see how lightly I'm rocking that lever. Now what I notice is that sometimes when you're spraying, you'll get little concentrated sprays even though you're pulling back slightly on the lever. When that happens, that just means that something's clogging up the tip where the needle comes out. So you just want to disassemble the front and clean off the tip. Of course, you're going to turn your airbrush off before you do it. So you just want to clean that part and then go ahead and test it out on a tissue, and I'm sure it'll spray just fine. Okay, so once you feel like both sides are even, you just want to go ahead and spray out the excess, and then you're going to add 2 drops of your cleaning solution with just a few drops of water, and then you're going to want to back bubble just to clean out your airbrush gun because we are going to move to a lighter color. So now you just want to grab the final color and you just want to make sure shake it up and mix it, and you're going to apply that in the spaces that we haven't airbrushed yet. So you just want to add 1 drop to your airbrush gun. Yes, you only need 1. There's not that much space to cover. And then you just want to test it out on a tissue and then start airbrushing. Now what I like to do is go ahead and start in the center and then kind of move out and then going back in toward my tear duct. I also like to add some color going up toward my transition line just to make sure that the inner lid is blended really well with your transition. And once you feel like you gotten the color that you want, you just want to go ahead and finish the rest of your makeup. And you're all set. Thank you so much for watching.